Hey guys, welcome to Making It Real, part 3 for this week. I kind of don't really like making little parts, big parts, because there's so much to take out from this lesson every day, and the Making It Real section is pretty much based on every day. So, we can't really think about, so many different topics in one day and stuff, so I definitely got to get into the motion of just doing it daily. But honestly, I do think I'm having a lot of trouble in just doing it first thing in the morning, because I think that's the best time. I know, for me, I could do it, but in order for that to happen, I need to have a good sleep. So sometimes it doesn't work out very well, but just praying about it, that it does, and that God helps me to just get into that motion so these can work well. And so I know, Satan will do anything to make anything that's effective, that he knows will be effective for God, to just not go as well as it could, or to just completely crash and burn. And I've been experiencing a lot of that during these past few weeks. But I am not going to give up, because these are just amazing, and I know that God can use these videos in so many different ways. So in the key text, we kind of refer specifically to the title that is given to Jesus, which it says, the consolation of Israel. So, what is consolation? Well, yeah, I looked it up, of course, just to be sure. Usually I kind of think I know these words, but it's always good to check twice, just in case. So to console means to help, or to encourage, or to sympathize. Basically, in a way, for what Jesus was coming down was to rescue Israel. What other titles are there for Jesus? Like maybe Emmanuel, or Bright and Morning Star, or Cornerstone. What do you guys think? What different titles can you think of that the Bible describes Jesus to be, or gives Jesus, pretty much? And which one of these relates to you more? Which one of these actually speaks to you, that you can connect with? The next thing that we'll look at, next section, is the flashlight section. So that is the one next to the key text on the front page. And so the flashlight section describes when Simeon came to when Simeon saw Jesus, pretty much. Have a read of it. So looking at this, what kind of lifestyle do you think Simeon had? And also for Anna as well. Well, for Anna, we kind of know what kind of lifestyle she had, because the Bible pretty much describes it. After she became a widow, she pretty much fasted and prayed in the temple. So that's kind of the lifestyle that she had. But what about Simeon? The passage describes him to be a devout and spiritual man. And from that, we're just talking about lifestyle here. Not really much about who he was, but the kind of lifestyle that he lived, that made him that spiritual and devout person. And I guess also looking at their lifestyles, and that, going back to the title of our lesson, in terms of, I'm coming soon. Okay. In terms of, yeah, I gotta get you soon. Anyway, in terms of, their lifestyle, in terms of our lesson, what you seek is what you get, their lifestyle kind of portrayed what they were seeking in life. And I think I said this before. I did, I think, unless this is what I was thinking when I was writing this. Anyway, the way that they lived and the way that we live today, it'd be different. But, just the principles that they had in terms of just spending time with God and getting to know Him, and getting to know His Word and what it's all about, they could spot Jesus because they knew what His Word said. A lot of them expected Him to come down from the sky as a warrior, or didn't really focus on him, just focus more on their own everyday lives. But they really, really wanted to know God, and they found him, and they found who Jesus was. And it's just an absolute blessing to see that what you've been seeking comes true. Like, God just, shows you that, hey, you're on the right path here. So yeah, so have a think about that. The next thing I was going to talk about was punchlines, but because we're kind of running out of time here, I won't really go through them. But hey, have a look at them and just absorb them. See whether you understand them or don't understand them, and pray that God will just guide you through them. There's no better place to look for God than through His Word. Okay, so what I really wanted to get into was on Thursday. On Thursday, which is today, this is where it gets personal. And I love it when it gets personal, because what better way to really understand the lesson or any story than making it personal? So imagine this story was to take place today. And based on how you're seeking God now, how you're seeking God now at this very moment, not how you used to seek Him or how you're planning to seek Him, but right now. Do you think you'd be one of those people who recognize Jesus? Or do you think you'd be one of those people who just went about their everyday lives? I guess what today is asking more about is, what are you more interested in? Are you more interested in seeking God after your own heart? Just seeking God, not after your own heart, sorry. Just seeking God with all your heart? Or are you more interested in what you do every day, personally? Because, you're content with it right now. There's no problems, no worries. I don't have to worry about it. I can just live life as it is because it's all good. But then when things go bad, is that the only time that we actually seek Him? Or should we actually seek Him every day? So then when things do go bad, we'll be prepared. And when things are still good, we can just celebrate with Him anyway. What do you guys think? Where are you at with this? And in talking about where are you at with this, there's a scale. And put yourself on the scale from 1 to 5. Are you actively expecting, or are you complacent with where you are right now? And looking at this scale, looking at the scale and where you're at on it, if you were a person who was actively seeking God now, today, at this point in time, what do you think your life would look like? Would it be any different to how it is now? You've been looking at what you seek is what you get. And I guess it focuses on to this story, to Simeon and Anna's reaction, to their lifestyle, to the way that they seek God, and kind of compare it to how we do, how we seek after God. Not saying that we should do it the way they did. No, not at all. We all have different ways of relating to God, because we all have different views and different walks of life. But of course, there's always one way, and that is through His Word. But there are so many ways to get into His Word, and these are just this video, this lesson is just one of the many ways out there. So I really encourage you guys to just find your way, find how you can just really enjoy seeking God and finding Him and getting to His Word and just strengthening that relationship with Him. Another thing that I want to add is that, overall, personally, what we take from this lesson will probably be a little different to everyone else, and that's cool. That's cool, because that's awesome. Because if it's different, it kind of just shows that we're actually taking something, like, and it can pretty much be similar to another person, and it doesn't really matter, because as long as you see what this lesson is trying to tell you, what God is trying to tell you through this lesson, and how it, you know, inspires you and just reaches you personally, and how you can just apply this to your life, you know, ways of seeking God, actually being inspired to seek God, and that is truly awesome. So feel free to share if you'd like what this lesson has taught you and stuff. The email, not my email. This page's email is, or this channel's email is in the description below. So feel free to send me an email, anything and what you guys think. I'd love to hear from you.